Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We've had our Aira heat pump for over a year now, so I thought I'd give you an update as to how we've got on and some data too. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I do videos on clean tech and how our family can reduce our carbon footprint. If that's something that interests you, feel free to give us a subscribe. So in short, it's kept us warm and saved us money, but I'm sure you're looking for a bit more detail than that. Yes, we've had one error in summer where they had to come back out, Aira had to come back out and have a look. It was a low flow error, which is really common with heat pumps, especially in the first year, where sediment builds up within the strainer, the Y strainer within the system, and they just need to take it apart, clean it out, and we're back up and running again. To be honest, if they'd told me what it was, I probably would have done it myself, but they probably want to do it themselves, don't they? We didn't have any hot water for 48 hours, but generally it was a good turnaround. I think the customer service worked really well. They also spotted a couple of things with the system which they've changed the way that they do on their installs. So they rebooked him for another week's time to rectify a couple of things. There was a pressure relief pipe which is used if the system needs to get rid of its water because it's got overpressured. The pipe was too narrow, so they now fit larger bore piping, but it's never used. It'll only be used in an emergency, but I'm guessing it's so it can get rid of that water really quick. So they upgraded that pipe. They also noticed that the expansion vessel was piped to the flow side coming out of the buffer tank, and best practice is to have it on the return side of the buffer. So they've repiped that too. Now, I doubt that's had any effect on the efficiency of the system. It's just best practices. So, and it didn't cause the error that we had. It's completely separate. So they're actually not just sorting problems out, they're going above and beyond and rectifying issues before they occur. So I'm really pleased with their customer service, how it's been over the last year. Now, yes, these things that they rectified could have been done on the install, but it's learnings, things that they have changed and started to do now. So if you're looking at an Aira heat pump fresh, a new install, then they'll be doing this now anyway. And I'd rather them notice these things, own up to them and rectify them, than just pretend they don't exist. So, right, what about the data? So there's two ways that we can look at the savings that we have made over the year. One is looking at historic bills, and one is looking at the heat that was generated from our heat pump and what that would have cost to be generated if we still had a boiler. Let's look at the boiler figures first, shall we? So if we generated the same amount of heat that has been used over the last year with an 85% efficient boiler, it would have cost us, at the current fixed price rate, which is from Octopus Energy, which is 5.56 pence a kilowatt hour, that would have cost us £1,223 for the entire year to heat the house. Now, the electricity that was used by the heat pump at the price it was at the time comes to £905 for the entire year. So £1,223 is what it would have cost with a gas boiler, and what it actually cost us to heat our home was £905. So that's a saving of £318 just over. On top of that, we don't have the gas standing charge anymore, which currently is in our area in Nottinghamshire is £120 for the entire year. So you can round that to £440 saving for the entire year. The other way of looking at it is historic information, historic bills. So I've tracked what it cost us for the 2 previous years and averaged it out. So our actual historic usage for gas and electricity was £1,973. And what our system has cost us and what our whole home electricity has cost us over the last year, £1,472. So that is a saving of £501.50 based on our historic bills. So £440 or £501, around that figure, that's the saving that we have made this year. And I'm really pleased with that. So what about the coefficient of performance? So Aira system has a nice little chart which shows us what our COP figures are, and we can work from that to figure out what our SCOP figure is. But it seems quite high. So I've looked at the data a bit more in detail, and I've divided the heat delivered figure by the energy consumed figure to come up with a more accurate COP figure. And throughout the entire year, so our SCOP figure is coming out at 4.64, which seems really quite high. So I'm not sure how much I believe these figures. So if you look at Open Energy Monitor, and you look for like the top of the SCOPs for a system which is a 8 kilowatt system similar to ours, there's like 4.9, 4.8, and these are the best in the country. And we're supposed to be 4.64. It seems a bit too good to be true. But generally, if you're looking at how much we have saved, that's really what matters, isn't it? What we have saved. And we have saved between £400 and £500 in a year. So even though I'm a little skeptical of this 4.64 SCOP figure, I'm interested about what we've saved, and we've saved a fair amount. And the house has been super comfortable to live with as well. So I hope you found this useful. If you have, feel free to give it a like. And if you've got any questions, put a little comment. If you're interested in an Aira system, have a look in the description. You'll find a referral link where you can save £250 on your install. Right, I'll see you in the next one.